back at it. Week 2, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Doctors have cleared Terrence Knighton to play. Risk/reward. Acceleration rating 81-70 while playing injured. Injury rating 94-81 while injured. Speed rating 70-60 while injured. Re-injury chance, high chance of re-injury. The difference is 87 overall to a 78. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the backup because coach earns double XP and player earns double XP. So wouldn't be bad to try to get our second defensive tackle some more XP to level him up. So start back up. Training is complete, and let's get this game on the road, guys. We had a killer first game with defense being crazy good. Just jump right into it. Average 3.5 yards per carry. 3 passing touchdowns, win 2 games in a row. Big Ben's goal is to throw a touchdown pass and have 100 total yards. He only had 150 yards, which isn't good for me. I like to get my quarterbacks around 300, but it's alright. Dell had over 100 yards till he put in Williams, so he got some yards. But I mean, you don't really need to have a lot of offense if your defense is going to be stellar like that. One receiver, 1 touchdown catch.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know
So
it's
rush
going to
yards
be
allowed, we're at
entertaining.
79, pass yards allowed,
going up against the
27,
Steelers.
red zone stops, we have 1, and we're a turnover difference of +3. So far, so good. A lot of our franchises just negative numbers.
Coverage of the
Just try to
NFL
keep that
brings us to
positive
the steel
here.
capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
25, that's awesome.
Meanwhile, for the
So what you want
Bengals
to do?
here, they come into this
So
one
I
after
try
a
not
loss
to
in
kick
the
it into
opener,
the end
and they're in
zone.
for another tough
Because
test
I'd rather
here.
have him
And what a
try to get
battle
stopped
for an
before the
organization to
45
look at
instead
your
of just
schedule
having
and
them
see 2 road
easy
games
come
to
out
start
to
the
the
season
45.
and not have a letdown immediately. If you got to fight against that, they've got to come out ready to play.
Hayward with the third sack. I'll come at him with a blitz. Looks like Andy Dalton right there, so
Possible run
that'd be a little
anticipation.
rough.
Here's the
That'd be set.
D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he's brought down after a good gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A gain of 6 there on first.
So passing
That was
defense
not a
isn't
completion that
to
resulted
start
in
the
a
game.
highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
From midfield, here's McCarron. He's got time in the pocket. He drops it off for Bernard. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Can't see.
And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. McCarron to throw once more. And able to
Oh, come on.
Green.
Let's go.
And
Defense staying strong.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they'll go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now Bell.
Come on, get off him.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get
That
him
balance,
down
we
at
got
about
a
the 40.
15-yard face mask penalty.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand
There we
caught
go,
up in the
take
grill of
the
the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton.
Look at the house. We got this.
And he's in.
Let's go.
Touchdown.
I've seen the safety blitz, so how they call it. Call the runoff.
First touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands
One
so
play, we had two
quickly.
plays.
And oftentimes on the move, when they're on the move like that,
Does that run
they're
not
going to get to
count?
use their best
It's a
asset,
face
which is
mask or
usually
what?
their speed.
And their speed sometimes,
That's
like
essentially
this
running.
instance, can take him into the end zone.
We got
And
like
on the
5
return,
yards.
here comes Adam Jones. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad
Blue
memories.
flag,
And
blocking
he'll
black.
take it past the 25 and
block
up
in
to
the
the
back.
28-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
I'll take it. Starting at their own 16 instead of their own 28. Well, Hayward is still get a sack.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, it's
It's a gain of
5-5 there.
15 that time. And
gotta
that'll be
do
good
something
enough
here.
for Cincinnati first. Fresh set of downs here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second
We're
and
going to bring a
1.
blitz because
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball.
So close,
But when that
so
guy
close,
also breaks tackles and creates
hopefully
extra
we
yardage,
flash through the line.
they
and,
almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
stop him.
They'll run again with Bernard.
Oh,
Bernard
fumble.
churning, and he lost the football.
Let's go.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's
I'm
blood
liking this
pressure who is
defense.
starting to
It's
rise,
awesome.
and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and
I saw a hole to the
if
left.
they
I tried
manage
to
to
cut
win the
back,
game.
but
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry by Bell.
oh man, no, we're hitting players.
Run inside, but nothing there.
That could've
Officially,
been a
no
nice
gain on the
game.
play, and it's 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every
Oh,
organization.
what are you
the key
doing?
is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level.
I thought he was
That's when
breaking
you know
out.
you've
I
drafted
knew he was
well,
breaking in because I
scouted
held
free
it
agents
to the
well,
left.
and stocked your team just the way
Good
you're
one.
supposed to.
Broke out. Oh man, thanks.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Guess what?
And
We're
no
going
field
for
goal
it.
try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. But he has the first down.
Hey, you're not going to cover the best kind of
At
field.
the 5.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green, his first touchdown in a Steeler uniform. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and
They're having a game just like last week.
Now Jones.
14-0.
Oh, nice move.
Oh.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Lawrence Timmons comes from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
4, 8,
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Bernard. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard
I knew it was going to happen.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they usually
pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The 2014 Pro Bowler Lawrence Timmons in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
And plays like that really hurt play callers. They had a really nice gain on the previous play that gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Down he goes.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So Jeremy Hill got the call there, and he's trying to pick his yardage back up. 2 years ago, Charles, he was over 1,100. Last year, below 800.
Just never got going with any consistency throughout the 2015 season. You know his determination is sky high for this one.
Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just...
I want to see how I missed that. I know I jumped way too, I wish you just jump at the ball. I jumped too, early. I'm already in the air. Just drive right by it.
you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This is Bell. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator,
Alright, so we scored 21 points in the first quarter.
Didn't show us everything now.
Bengals are moving the ball. They're just getting,
I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So well done.
We
Yeah, well
them. We
done
got
indeed.
one stop.
Tremendous
Missed the
execution.
field goal on it. Other than that, they're just pummeling the ball.
This presentation.
I mean, we're killing
Back
it,
here with
but
Charles Davis.
I like to have them have
We've
the
had the
best yard.
kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the 2nd quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score
We'll see
on the
if we
final
can
play
step our
before
defense up.
break.
Second quarter.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes sense.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
It's bound to happen.
Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch Possession
That was
run.
weird. He's like running slow motion.
yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Geno Atkins was back and fully healthy in 2015, and when he's like that, he is hard to move.
And a nice tackle for loss there. 17 of those last year, which was second among all D tackles.
And following in the footsteps of his dad, Gene Atkins, a former NFL defensive back. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, when it comes to quarterback sneaks, Big Ben may be the toughest to bring down in terms of pure strength.
Now a wildcat look. It's Bell. They'll try a little trickery here.
All right, so if you hold X, hand it off.
Gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. This time, Roethlisberger, and he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's McCarron. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Again, here's Bernard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On is Mike Nugent for the Bengal field goal try. This one from 48 yards away.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep
we're going to the half.
Kiss and goodbye. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 89 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle. Second down following the run.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and now it's third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
To the left side here for Eifert.
Short,
10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I think I have 1 punt return for a touchdown. That's it. It might have got a time back.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. When you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers
Probably doing some blitzes and you have to have your safeties covered.
Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration.
Great pass,
about being able to go from
Big
0 to
down
60
he got
real
rocked.
fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On the right side, caught by Green. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
McCarron from the gun on third. And he finds Hartline on the catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. McCarron now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now here's McCarron on third. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Just a 5-yard
35
pickup,
seconds.
and
We
it
can make
leads to
some with that.
fourth down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. With it is Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
One timeout.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Should have threw it a second earlier and made him turn
When you see
upfield.
passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their
That was
zone
call screen.
coverage, they were able to
Feature
drop,
set up blitz.
see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw here,
Come on.
Roethlisberger. Good contain, no gain on the
That's
screen,
like the
and it'll
worst.
bring up 4th down.
You have a wide open
All right,
field
so the
and
timeout over and all
they
11
automatically
men
just
back
turn
out
up.
onto the field for the defense. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away.
try to pin him inside the 5. That's not going to work.
And that will
Inside
hit
20
and
though. I'll
continue
take it.
on out of bounds.
What an ugly punt.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. So we reach halftime here. Charles, give me one.
All right. So we're up 38-10.
Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy.
Almost
of the 30.
another. Return for a touchdown.
Second half starts with a carry by Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The man's only rocking 3.8 yards of the carry.
It'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle.
Oh.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space.
Stand.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Here's Bernard. And he's brought
That's my fault
down.
as a safety. I gotta stay back.
16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, will he be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
To throw is McCarron, and that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time, and it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. McCarron on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Man.
Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw.
After
I
reviewing the play,
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
All right, it's time to work the run game.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll
That's
get nothing
embarrassing.
out of that
Come
one.
on.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout
Give
at the
me
point of
something.
attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals take possession. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5
San
on the carry
Francisco
there, and it'll be
field
2nd
goal.
down.
Oh, never walked
That's
out.
exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he loses the football the 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. McCarron going to try and throw on 3rd down. And
I just took one of the
and he's
receivers
got
and
the
went back
first
there with
down
me
as
when
he's
I
up to
blitzed.
the 45-yard line.
Oh, that was
They give him
fun.
14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets it. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker
Let's go.
to a guy who caught a few passes to now an
That's why we got that
passing
60 vet.
game, sometimes the primary receiver.
need a vet
because a lot of
back
these
there.
guys have wide receiver skills. And
Especially
we're
with
seeing
the
that on
goddamn
display
injury.
here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
I'm basically like handing over 100 game for
And an
him.
odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle.
Oh, good
Whether
play.
it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
To the left side here for Eifert. And inside the 20
Problem is,
before he's
a lot of our
brought down.
linebackers
And
lining
the
up on the
numbers, they sort of
receivers.
do the talking. Great game last week. Sharp again here in this one.
Sometimes you set habits with how you play, don't you? I mean, you start to put things together, you string them together, and the confidence continues to rise. And guess what? We're seeing that happen in front of us. Back-to-back weeks of really good play.
And the confidence certainly must be continuing to grow.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball.
What's that safety doing?
And he will take it on in.
You obviously see he has the ball running. Why are you still playing your zone?
Giovanni Bernard.
Holy
his
cow.
first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Take that
nice
back
job
on
there
down.
as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On second down, it's Bell.
Get off him. Come on.
And he will
Something.
maybe get back to the line of
See
scrimmage.
how they put that in.
That's
You
it.
can't just run
And
off
that's
him.
also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. On third down, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
I'll take it.
Give him 12 yards on that one and two for a set of downs. He's played a great game that continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Give him 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But a coaching staff sees
We're
their
gonna
team
100
run
yards
the ball
with-
this
with
successfully
Rondell.
in the fourth quarter. They're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there? And that's run the football.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Illegal block in the ball. Return team.
Starting inside 12. Yeah, start on the 9. Let's get it.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. McCarron on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over the 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To throw, it's McCarron. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver.
They're going to turn away to get picked off.
And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now here's McCarron on third. And a right side completion here by LaFell. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now McCarron, he's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels. But Le'Veon Bell gets going, and he starts galloping, and he piles up yards. His team usually wins. And that's exactly what they're doing here.
Well, in 2015, he had the MCL, PCL injury. Some people were worried. It looks pretty good here in this one.
That tells you there's a whole lot of rehab that went into that, a lot of determination to get back and get back to his present form, which is awfully good.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
7 yards to go on second down. The play clock's running down. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And they go
Turner
the
Brown
wrong way
holds that
on this
block. I
one.
turn the corner.
Losing
And I
yardage
get
back at the
a
12.
touchdown.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Williams, 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and it widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at the 3. Oh, what a move.
Big Ben had a beautiful game. Von Bell, another beautiful game.
24-yard line.
I don't see how they come back in 2 minutes.
Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. Underneath, this is Bernard.
Oh.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Shift together here from the D-line. McCarron now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And McCarron will try again on second. Surveying the field. Here's Hartline over the middle with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, McCarron. He drops it off for Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To throw, it's McCarron. Can't find anyone open. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for someone to throw to.
He's out of bounds this time.
Illegal touching. Offense.
I'll take that.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. A strong running. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down after a good gain. And it goes for a gain of 31.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing this week. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. Hey, what is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovering and making big catches. Really fun to watch.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Again.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they
Couldn't get any
did.
better than that.
Or are
Our
they
defense
clicking on
plays
offense?
They can't help
crazy.
but feel great about
We're
themselves,
letting up a
can
lot of
they?
yards,
what a
but
game.
we're not letting
Put
up any
that number of
points. You know what I mean?
Continually feel like they're
Yeah, we let them get 24, but we scored 44. So what's wrong with that? 398 yards. It's not where you wanna be at, but hey, man, I'll take it. We got the win. That's all that matters. And we get our defensive tackle back next week. So, I mean, it just goes... It's just something you keep getting better and better. See what we have to do. Advanced week.
You have a player that is all healed up from injury and available to play.
Returning from injury. Terrence Knight. He's coming back. I'll take it.
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Definitely gotta re-sign Bell. 70 for 5 years. We have a cap room of 57. That's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done. Awesome. James Harrison. He's 38 years old. Holy cow. A 1 year, 4.7 million. Let's see if he takes it. That's a good offer. Alright, sweet. Sign James Harrison. Playing Philadelphia Eagles, who are 2-0. Just like real life. They were 2-0 when they played. Let's just hope we can change history. Let's get the scouts done and then we'll call it a day.
Here are all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft.
Not my
Select
first
to
radio.
scout this player. Each skill unlocked will cost you scouting points. Spend as many...
Unscouted. Let's see. Alright, we got 25 points, so 15, 10, it's not worth it. I don't like to do a half scout on a player, only because then when I go to unscouted, they won't be there. But I want to say thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.